Very much indeed, Fran. And I'd just like you to welcome, just because we're going to set this up because it's been streamed live on on the web. I'd just like to invite our two special guests, the two people who'll do the draw tonight, the president of the FAI, Tony Fitzgerald, and the former manager of the Republic of Ireland amateur team, Jerry Smith. Okay, so I'm told now we're about to go live, so let's go and do it. Okay, good evening and welcome to FAI headquarters for the first round draw in the 2016 Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup. I'm Jerry McDermott and I'll be your guide through this evening's proceedings. We've been joined here in Abbottstown by representatives from the 20 clubs involved in the draw and also by those watching the FAI TV stream on the FAI website. You're all very welcome. Before we get underway, let's remind ourselves of some of the great moments down through the years in this magnificent competition. Well, the 2016 Road to the Aviva starts here with the draw for the first round of the Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup. The first round features 20 teams drawn from the intermediate and junior ranks of Irish football. They are hoping to be among the 12 teams who will advance to join the 20 SSE Electricity League teams in the second round. We will shortly commence the draw, which will be made by the President of the Football Association of Ireland, Tony Fitzgerald, and the recently retired manager of the Irish international amateur team, Jerry Smith, who led Eastern Region to the UEFA Regions Cup last year. Before we commence the draw, I would like to invite Tony, as FAI President, to formally welcome you to this evening's event.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Football Association of Ireland to welcome you to Abbottstown for the first round draw in the 2016 Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup. One of the attractions of the Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup is that this is a competition which any adult club, irrespective of whether they are senior, intermediate or junior, can take part in, because the last 16 in the Intermediate Cup and the semi-finalists of the Junior Cup qualify for the first round of the FAI Senior Cup. The 20 teams who go into the hat today are drawn from the intermediate and junior ranks and will be battling to be among the 12 who will advance to the second round, where the 20 SSE Electricity League teams will enter the competition. Among the 20 are teams from the Leinster Senior League, the Munster Senior League, the Ulster Senior League, the Athletic Union League and Limerick District Football League. I want to congratulate all 20 teams for making it this far. I know that at this stage the objective is simply to be in the draw for the second round, so I wish you well in getting the draw you want and also the result you need to advance. Hopefully, some of the clubs here today can emulate Sheriff YC and Killester United, who both knocked out SSE Electricity League clubs on their way to quarter-finals of last year's competition. Avondale got to the last 8 in 2014, so I suppose the objective now is for one of the 20 intermediate junior clubs to get to the last 4. Finally, I would like to welcome our competition sponsors, Irish Daily Mail, who are represented here today by Desmond Farrelly. Last year was their first year as sponsors of the competition, and their involvement certainly lifted the profile of the competition and its participants. I was particularly delighted with the coverage they gave to the teams from the junior and intermediate ranks, which showcased the great work that has been done at intermediate and junior level. I look forward to following the competition through their pages during the year, and I have no doubt that when we end up at the Aviva Stadium on Sunday, November the 6th, another memorable chapter in this magnificent competition will have been written. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Our special guest this evening is Jerry Smith, who needs no introduction after a lifetime involvement in football. Jerry, you're very welcome. Before we talk to you, let's remind ourselves of that UEFA Regions Cup victory last summer. Well, Jerry, you spent a long time trying to win that trophy. So how much did it mean to you when you finally did it?
Oh, it was great. Absolutely fantastic. We were trying for years, and in 2011 we were beaten in the final by Portugal. We were 1-1 with a couple of minutes to go, and they got a kind of a fluky goal. So that was a bit of a down, but we kind of regrouped and come back 4 years later and won it. And I keep looking at that and I keep thinking the Croatians are going to score in the last minute, but it's all over then. It's great, you know, and it's great for all facets of the game here from everybody, and I think it can be a kind of a benchmark that, you know, even League of Ireland teams can go on in Europe and do well, or seniors can go on and do well, all are underage, ladies, everybody can do it now. The fact that we've done it and shouldn't fear anybody in Europe now. We've taken down some big nations, the Spaniards, the Turks, the Czechs, you know, so I think we're in a very good place at the moment in relation to international football and indeed the domestic league, you know.
Well, you've stepped down as international manager, getting out at the top, so to speak, and have been replaced by Jerry Davis, and we wish him the very best of luck in the role. What's the plans for the future? Anything?
I'll just take a bit of a break, sure. I'm not getting brain damage anymore now for a couple of weeks. It's grand, you know. We can just sit there and picking all the teams and everybody having an opinion, but for the minute it's a bit of a sabbatical. I didn't retire and I'm not retired. I'm just taking it handy for the moment, you know.
Tony mentioned in his speech that the intermediate and junior clubs have done very well in the Senior Cup. Two of them got to the quarterfinals last year. Avondale got to it in 2014. Why do you think they're doing so well in the competition?
I think the facilities for starters have improved right around the board in intermediate and junior football. So when the players come to train now, they have floodlights, and it's not like in my day where it was the side of a pitch or if you went on a 5-mile road run, and they all have decent facilities now to train. There's lots of midweek matches going on, so they can get a full team out and they can have matches during the week, and most of them now have good coaches in with them and even goalkeeping coaches, so everybody's working now, and there's gaps all right there where you see Dundalks and all that, there are big gaps between it, but like it's closing all the time, and everybody kind of knows everybody, and even the intermediates and junior teams, they'll go and they'll take little lessons from the League of Ireland sides, and it's all being integrated now, and I think it's great, and I think there's a very good relationship there between them now, particularly with the crossover seasons now. League of Ireland clubs looking for friendlies, they'll come to say Crumlin and Sheriff, and can we use the pitch, and everybody's really, I think, integrated and going well, so hopefully it continues like that, you know.
We certainly hope so, and that's very good to hear. Thank you, Jerry. Now, let's turn our attention to the main event of the evening, the draw for the first round of the Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup. The 20 teams in this year's first round are Bandon, Carrigaline United, Leeside, Middleton, Ringmahon Rangers and Rockmount from the Munster Senior League. Letterkenny Rovers from the Ulster Senior League. Bluebell United, Cherry Orchard, Crumlin United, Fairhouse Clover, Glebe North, Greystones United, Killester United, Portmarnock and St John Bosco from the Leinster Senior League. Janesborough and Pike Rovers from the Limerick District League. Sheriff YC from the Dublin Athletic Union League. And St Peter's from the Combined Counties League. There are 20 balls in the drum here on the table, and each ball has the name of a club in it. We will first draw 8 ties, followed by 4 byes. In each of the ties, the first team out of the drum in each tie will have home advantage. The first round is scheduled for the weekend of April the 10th, and there is provision for 1 replay on the weekend of April 24th with extra time, after which the tie will be decided on penalties. So, let's start the road to the Aviva 2016. Tony will draw the home team and Jerry will draw the away team. Tony, would you like to mix the balls and then draw the first team, please?
Portmarnock.
So, Portmarnock are first out of the hat, and they've reached the semi-finals of this year's FAI Intermediate Cup, and they'll play
Letterkenny Rovers.
They'll play Letterkenny Rovers from the Ulster Senior League, who are also in the semi-finals of this year's FAI Intermediate Cup, but they're not playing each other.
St John Bosco.
St John Bosco, who were beaten by Killester United in the 4th round of the FAI Intermediate Cup. They'll play
Janesborough.
And they'll play Janesborough, one of our FAI Junior Cup semi-finalists.
Pike Rovers.
Pike Rovers, the other team from Limerick, who had a 4-0 win over Glen Gad yesterday to reach the semi-finals of the Junior Cup.
Rockmount.
And they'll play Rockmount, so an all-Munster affair there. Rockmount, of course, currently lying 3rd in the Munster Senior League, Senior Premier Division.
St Peter's.
St Peter's, the Athlone Cider, in the last 4 of the FAI Junior Cup. They beat River Valley Rangers yesterday. They're from the Combined Counties League.
Leeside.
And they're at home to Leeside, another one of the Cork clubs, and they play in the Senior First Division of the Munster Senior League.
Carrigaline United.
Carrigaline United, their cup form is better than their league form this season. They haven't won a match in the league.
Bluebell United.
And they'll play Bluebell United, who were the winners of the Leinster Senior League last season.
Bandon.
Bandon, from the Senior Premier Division of the Munster Senior League.
Ringmahon Rangers.
And they play Ringmahon Rangers. Ringmahon reached the semi-finals of the Intermediate Cup after beating Fairhouse Clover in a replay.
Crumlin United.
Crumlin United, who've reached the semi-finals of this season's FAI Intermediate Cup, beat Bluebell in the quarter-final, and they're the holders of the Intermediate
Greystones.
Cup. And they'll play Greystones, so an all-Leinster Senior League clash there.
Killester United.
Killester United, who reached the quarter-finals last year, beating Cove Ramblers along the way before they lost out to Bray Wanderers.
Cherry Orchard.
And they'll play Cherry Orchard, who are currently 3rd in the Senior Division 1 of the Leinster Senior League. Is that our
4 byes now.
So that's our 8
4
ties done. So we now have 4 byes. If your name hasn't been called out of the hat, you know you've got a bye, but we're going to just make sure. So
Fairhouse Clover.
So the first bye is Fairhouse Clover.
Middleton.
Middleton, who are from the Munster Senior League.
Yes, sir. Glebe North.
Glebe North from Balbriggan, also play in the Leinster Senior League. And our final bye
Sheriff YC.
goes to Sheriff YC, another team who've done very well in the Cup. They reached the quarter-finals as well last year, and they beat Athlone Town along the way also. So that's it. I hope your club got the draw it was looking for, though judging by some of the groans in the room, I don't think everybody is looking forward to the first round. Those games will be played on the weekend of April the 10th, and I will shortly go through the draw in full for you. But first, let's get some reaction. We've been joined today by Martin Loughran, the manager of Crumlin, and Tommy Nocton, who's with St Peter's YC. If you'd just like to come up and join us, gentlemen. And just get your reaction to that. Martin, I think Greystones you got a home draw against Greystones?
Home draw, love to be at home. I love the boy. Greystones a few weeks ago, they beat us 1-0, so maybe we got them back on this one.
Yeah, what is it?
Great to be in the competition.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. What is it about this stage of the competition? Like you've made it to the sort of the final 20, if you like, from the junior and intermediate ranks, and you're 90 minutes away maybe from going in with the Electricity League clubs.
Yeah, well, over the years we played like the Pats and Shells and Waterford. And it's great for the players. End of the season, like last year, one of our last games of the season was away to Sligo. Portugal beaten. We've been beaten most times, but I think, as Jerry said, the standard of the intermediate juniors is getting better, and maybe someone might do a Francis eventually over the next few years. I think the standards are getting better.
Do you think it's possible? Like that was over 25 years ago?
Jerry, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Well done, Martin. Thank you very much indeed. Tommy, if you just come in here. St Peter's, have you been in this round of the competition before?
Yeah, I think it's our third time.
Yeah.
Played Crew Power before beating Apex, and I think we lost one in the Blue League before. The last time was 2009. We got the Junior Cup final.
That's right, you had a very good team then.
Yeah.
And usually getting to the second round now would be a big objective for the team.
Most definitely, yeah. A lot of domestic going on at the moment with our league. We're thrown out to the semi-final of the FAI Junior, playing Pike at home, so it's nice to get a home draw on this as well as the home draw yesterday. So.
Yeah. And you're playing Leeside, so there's from the Munster Senior League, there's a little bit of homework to be done in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. But the home draw is excellent. We're great for the town.
Yeah.
Nice to get through to the next round.
Yeah.
On a given day,
Yeah.
we got a chance.
There'll be some buzz around the Midlands if St Peter's and Athlone Town and even Longford Town were all in the draw the next time round. So plenty to play for. Well, the very best of luck to you, Tommy, and we'll hopefully see you when the second round draw comes to be played. So let's now recap on this evening's Irish Daily Mail FAI Senior Cup first round draw. And we have Portmarnock against Letterkenny Rovers, St John Bosco against Janesborough, Pike Rovers against Rockmount, St Peter's against Leeside, Carrigaline United against Bluebell United, Bandon against Ringmahon Rangers, Crumlin United against Greystones United, and Killester United against Cherry Orchard. And we have 4 byes: Firhouse Clover, Middleton, Glebe North and Sheriff YC. The first round is scheduled for the weekend of April the 10th, and there is provision for 1 replay on the weekend of April the 24th, with extra time, after which the tie will be decided on penalties. That brings us to the end of this evening's proceedings. I'd like to thank Tony Fitzgerald and Jerry Smith for making the draw, all the club managers, players and officials for their attendance here this evening, the Irish Daily Mail for their sponsorship of the competition, and the competition and events teams here at the FAI for putting all this together, and also FAI TV for streaming it around the world. I wish everybody the very best of luck, and we look forward to watching your progress in the competition. Thank you very much indeed for your attention. Good evening and safe home. Okay. Thanks very